The next practitioner we looked at was Bertolt Brecht, who was a theatre and playwright who was active around 1933 during the rise of the Nazis, and he had his German citizenship revoked. And I think there were three parts of the lesson on Brecht that I found really useful. These being the Verfremdungseffekt and Gestus. The Verfremdungseffekt was inspired by the Chinese theatre and the Spanish classical theatre and popular theatre of Bruhl's day and Elizabethan theatre. And to kind of boil down what it is, the effect occurs when an audience is encouraged to reconsider that preconception in a way that turns the familiar strange. And so that is kind of the core of Brecht's ideology, is that he didn't believe in the audience being a passive member of the show. You know, they're not just watching it. They are an actual member, and the show itself should change. They should leave changed. They shouldn't just leave and shouldn't just be entertained. Brecht wanted the actors to perform as much objectivity as possible instead of fully immersing himself in the character and seeking truth, causing the audience to empathise with the characters. Instead, he wanted the actor to retell a story, tell memorised lines that would make the audience think about their preconceptions of events in the world. He was quoted as saying, "Actors should approach their performance with a keen eye, above all, on what needs to be shown, and edit anything else away." So it's quite different to Stanislavski and naturalism, and even different to Grotowski, because Grotowski was very much on truth as well. And the other thing that was quite interesting was Gestus. Gestus examines the physicality imposed by social constructs, e.i. a teacher will have a specific gestus differing from a builder's gestus. The physical body offers clues to status. Gestus have meaning behind them, informed by the action, which offers the audience an opportunity to engage with the A effect, allowing them to glimpse the subtext to encourage critical thought. Overall, these two things I think will be these two things specifically will be incredibly useful for what I'm going to be writing about, because especially with the Verfremdungseffekt, it places the audience in a certain place, and specifically when you're writing, if you know what you want to do with the audience and you know what they're going to be thinking about, what they're going to be doing, it's going to make things a lot easier, and it's kind of narrowed down what I've been thinking about. So those two, and Gestus as well, is knowing that how action determines the physicality is also going to make things a lot easier, because for the character that I'm going to write, it's going to be very specific. So that physicality is going to be essential to get the audience thinking. So both of these aspects of Brecht's ideology and work, I think, is going to be really useful for me.